Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for October. I don't think it would be wrong to say that this is a month with a certain amount of complexity threaded through it. But as the month begins, your ruling planet Mars is forging some very important alliances. And when it comes to your financial picture, don't underestimate something you used to do or have done over a long period of time, because it could give you some kind of breakthrough or reward in the first 2 weeks of this month as Mars combines with the Sun. But equally, something you're doing in the here and now can also see you have a major breakthrough. And it is a good time to show confidence, but just be conscious that there is another part of you that is still perhaps rather tender, and you just need to be conscious of balancing your needs. And this is the plot further thickened by the fact that on the 4th, Mercury, the planet of communication, starts to twist backwards in your sign. And something that is very important to you may seem to get blocked or go on the back burner, and that can seem to be even more the case from the 12th onwards, which could prove to be hugely frustrating. But it's what's going on out of sight this month, which is just as important to what you think is happening. So do stay abreast to the undercurrent of situations. The subtext is not necessarily what people say, it's what they mean, which is truly the key. And also, there is a lot of nervous tension which can inflict the first couple of weeks of this month too. Just be conscious that someone might suddenly tell you something that up to now they've kept to themselves. Now you're known as the sign of secrets, or at least someone who will keep things very close to your chest and perhaps plot your way forwards in a very strategic and shrewd, sometimes highly political way. But you may be on the end of someone else doing that to you, and that could be uncomfortable, particularly around your love life. And that's a possibility in week 2, when something may come into the open that you just simply are not expecting. But once you have this knowledge, it actually can be a good thing. But then on the other hand, as the Sun combines with Venus from the middle of the month, you could start to reach out and build up links with someone in a very confidential or even clandestine way. Your reputation of being the sexiest member of the zodiac is certainly going to be boosted in the last 10 days of this month. But in this 2-week period from the middle of the month, I do feel that you may start to get to know someone, but you won't necessarily want to make this a particularly public relationship. On the other hand, it could be a time when you and a partner really tackle some long-standing, deep, residual issues that have never really seen the light of day. And oxygenizing these can be a very good thing to do. And once the Sun moves into your sign on the 23rd, everything can start to fall into place. You can start to make sense of things. Yes, you may find out who the fair weather friends are in your situation. Yes, someone at work could be critical and nitpicker and not very pleasant, and you may find out that they're rather two-faced as well. But once the Sun moves into your sign, you're going to get a firmer grip on your life direction. And Venus joins the Sun on the 24th. And that's going to give you the opportunity to draw a line in the sand and move from this period of reflection, or at least come into terms with outstanding issues and move into the present, even though Mercury will still be locked away and some thoughts or discussions may continue to be rather hush-hush. But the sex appeal that you're going to be demonstrating in the last 10 days of this month will be something to behold. And also there's a wonderful solar eclipse in your sign, suggesting that if you're really determined, the next 6 months can be an incredibly dynamic time of your whole next half year. A time when you can take much more seriously your individuality and your creativity, because Saturn, the planet which has been really limiting you but pushing you over the last couple of years to simplify your life and focus on the things that are really important, well, that's going to be conjunct this solar eclipse, so it's particularly powerful. At first it may seem that something's going to be sucked out of your world in a dramatic way, which could be really humbling. But once you get to grips with it, you'll realise that the decks are being cleared for you to demonstrate that you are completely unique. And that's something that you can truly embrace as this month draws to a close. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.